Hi everybody. So I thought I'd just do a little video and maybe discuss something that I find really interesting. So, what is the difference between an animal trainer and an animal communicator? So the main difference is an animal trainer can train a desired behaviour. An animal communicator can tell you why that behaviour is occurring. So, because, it's like human beings. You could have 20 people that suffer with anxiety, but they're all anxious for different reasons. One could be spiders, one could be social anxiety. I'm just going to get Joe 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, an animal communicator can tell you exactly why. So that is the main thing. Oh, there's lots of different things. So for example, I had a client in recently where the dog was every morning pooping in the living room. But she normally poops outside, but every single time in the night she poops in the living room. And they'd struggled to stop this behaviour unless they shut the door and the living room door was broke. So she asked me, why is she doing it? So when I asked her, the dog had said, and this was a distance call, it wasn't in person. So if you want to know about that, I can tell you another time. But anyway, the dog had said, well, I was always allowed to do it in there, so I don't get why it's changed all of a sudden. So when I told her owner, she was like, oh my gosh, that makes absolute sense, because she'd bred the dog herself. She had the dog's mum and she had the dog. And basically their creche, where they were puppies with a mum, was set up in the living room. So I had to tell her, oh right, okay. And this dog had a certain proudness about who she'd become and how grown up she was. So I told her, well, now you're grown up, you don't, big dogs go in the garden to poo now. So yeah, that's the reason. Another one. So there was another horse, and he was little dogs. Where is he? They are so much cheekier than big ones. So there was a horse, and he would good as gold, beautiful horse. And his owner said he would freak out every time it rained on a tin roof. So, they was riding him in an arena, and all of a sudden it started to rain. He would go nuts. And the same as well, if he was in his stable and had really heavy rain, it would go nuts. So it's like, why is he doing that? Again, you could have got a trainer in, I don't know, you could have done different things. And she did. It was this one thing we just couldn't quite get over. So when I asked him, why do you do that? When he was gelded, so for people that don't know, when a male horse is neutered, they call it gelded. When he was neutered, obviously it was a very terrifying experience. Horses aren't completely unconscious like smaller animals are. And a lot of them, even though it has to be done, we can't have stallions running around, they wouldn't have a good quality of life. It has to be done, but a lot of them experience quite a lot of terror, and the recovery can be, not all the time, can be, hard for them. And he told me that when he was neutered in a stable with a tin roof. And it just really reminded him of that. So obviously I spoke to him and was like, let's go back to that memory then. And 1 minute. So I was like, well, let's go back to that memory and explore that. So we explored the memory. And then in person, his owner would say, when it rained, are you at the same place or a different place? And the horse's behaviour has completely changed now whenever it rains. So yeah, that's kind of why you do that. I'm trying to think of another example. Another one, dogs that are react on the lead, leash reactive, I think they call it. That is a behaviour that lots of dogs have, so many different reasons for it. So I was hired to work with 2 dogs, both reacted on the leash. One of them from a place of fear, real fear. She was a rescue, so she'd actually had to, and she'd had puppies. She was just wild in Ireland, and it come to a few times where she'd actually had to defend her puppies from other dogs who was going to kill them. So hers was fear. So you treat that a different way. So obviously I had her owner say, don't worry, I'm going to protect you. And the owner would just reassure her rather than correct her. The other dog, same behaviour, different reason. He was coming from a place of entitlement. So that one, completely different reason. So with him, it's about the owner then putting their authority in. No, I am the boss, not you. I decide what's a threat and what's not. Get back in line. And again, if you'd done that with a nervous dog, you would have increased her nervousness. But with the dog that was more entitled, he over time will learn that that actually, yeah, I don't need to freak out about everything because my mum's got it. So yeah. So I give those examples. By the way, if anybody wants me to discuss anything from, like if there's anything that you're dealing with your own animal and you want me to talk about some more cases, like, just let me know. I'm happy to do that. Again, if you want to book a session, do not message me on TikTok because I will not read it. I will not even see it. Message me on my Facebook page, Swan Songs, like the bird, Swan Songs, Animal Communication. So yeah, hope you're having a good day. Bye.